Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We've got the new Rise from Ruin DLC just dropped. Embargo has just dropped for us, and we are showing it off today with a little sponsor stream. Thanks to the folks over at Paradox who have hooked us up with us today. And dudes, I can't wait. I have been dying for this DLC to show it off, to get into it. We do have, of course, a couple of new things in the old Pantheon. They have added in a new section here for the new content, following a new little pattern of spiraling stuff. There is Spirit Hawk infusions. There's a Fractured Eagle mount, a few new abilities, Fractured Evoker cape, outfit, and head, along with a new aesthetic that you get like right at the end, which basically doesn't allow you to do any kind of unit enchantments and racial transformations. I'm pretty excited about it all. I don't have enough points for all of it, surprisingly. There's also a few other things like new dragon aesthetics and eldritch aesthetics. The new fracture stuff looks really cool. We'll show it off as we get going. We are going to start off, of course, a brand new campaign this morning. We're going to dive right on into it. I am super stoked. There is no story realm in this new expansion, but there are two new premium challenge realms, the Scars of Turag and the Plains of Ventifax. Basically, they're both sort of deserty realms, one of which has barren and fractured infestations spawning all over the other place. The other one, which has the new Echoes of Fracturing, which is like a special trait where there is a cataclysm happening the whole time. This one definitely sounds the coolest and has a new victory type called the Cataclysm victory. So I kind of just want to dive into this one, play it as is, and see how it all plays out. So we are going to hit it. We're going to play on, we're going to go large in 8. That's been our favorite in recent years. We will play on a custom difficulty with simultaneous turns because I've been really enjoying that in recent years as well. I'm going to make sure that everybody is on brutal with challenging difficulty. Up. And I want to just make sure that we got all this correct. Challenging, custom rulers, all these are good, all of this is good, all of this is good, simultaneous turns. Racer speed is default, starting conditions are hard, yes. All of our ascension traits, all of this stuff is good. Score mode is disabled, I just prefer playing that way. Everything else I'm super okay with. Endless unit ranks. This is a new thing that goes on where after becoming legendary, you can keep leveling up units. There's a lot of changes in this new DLC, this new update, including major changes to movement, major changes to the way experience works, and also introducing like brand new unit types. There's a lot going on. And I feel like everything else is correct. I can never remember where they set up the new thing where some people can have advanced starts, but you know what? If they do, screw it.
Your journey
Let's
starts here.
just get into it. I have a plan for a build. It's not going to be rabbits. It's actually going to be insectoids. And it'll all make sense once we get going. We are going to be playing with Mount Masters, who are cowards. They are going to be poisonous. They are going to be sneaky, getting bonuses to flanking attacks. One of my favorites, but very good for the nomad culture. And we're going to be playing with Desert Adaptation because it just is kind of an obvious choice, given the whole world and everything else. We will be playing with the new nomad culture. There are two news. There are scavengers and there are conquerors. The scavengers get an extra bow unit and a tier 3 pikeman. The conquerors get a charge unit and then this new tier 3 basically other charge unit. They have different bonuses, different things that they get. We will be doing a conqueror playthrough afterwards, but I figured I'm actually going to start with the scavenger one because I feel like everyone is doing conquerors first and I wanted to try being the good guys. So we are mobile units that focus on maneuvering and flanking. We have nomad cities that can pack up into barges and relocate. I am really curious to see how this plays out. In our cities, we actually over-harvest nodes and cause them to get ruined and break down, and then we require more food for population. Scavengers also can extract unique essences from ancient wonders and have this cool ability in combat where they can pick up loot to get looted power, and all of their units are kind of about scavenging the corpses of the things that have been destroyed to power them up. Very, very curious to see how they play.
What defines their society?
We are gonna play with fabled hunters. because I want to be able to go around, clear ancient wonders, clear resource nodes and infestations so that we can gobble them up and give us like a little extra XP on the side. And our other choice was going to be for reclaimers. So we get binding essences, fragments for clearing out all this stuff as well. We also start with the item forge, which is always just kind of nice. Yeah, no.
Choose your first tome.
The new tome, there is a new starting tome, the Tome of the Warband. We're not going to be using it on this playthrough. We will on the next one. But we will be checking out some of the other tomes later on. This one's pretty cool. It is very martial focused. The idea is kind of that it is martial, but not really magical, kind of similar to the Tome of Discipline. I actually think that two of these probably work in a very interesting way together. But we're going to be starting with the Tome of Alchemy, one of my favorite tomes that I never seem to be able to get a good build with. But perhaps today is that day. We're going to be playing as champion, mostly because I just want to show off some of the new outfits. And I have a plan for this. There is a really cool option now for a custom color wheel, which I am, man, just unbelievably jazzed about this. I have to go back. I have to redo all of my previous guys. Basically, all of the mods are just not needed anymore for any of this, which is fantastic. We're going to go with this basically as our color scheme, and it'll all make sense as time goes on. We're going to play as a ritualist with the druid staff as our base item. And I've decided I'm going to make some funny little bugs. I had a lot of fun messing around with this last night. We're going to be playing with the dwarf-sized bug, who are extra fat with tiny little arms and really big hands, tiny little legs and really big tails. They are ridiculous looking. We're going to just turn off all of this right now as we design them and make sure they look correct. There are a couple of new skin conditions for Rise from Ruin that look pretty cool. This one especially is this like fractured, moving magic stuff around you. I don't know how to describe it. Tie-dye astral. It looks great. I'm just going to play with this kind of a slight coloration, dark coloration on them just to add in a little bit. I want to put hands on hips. I want to get these guys with these big eyes right here. I want to go a little bitty, itty bitty head. I want to go green eyes. I want to go with a angry looking crest. And this big thick mandible. This will all make sense in a moment when I show you why I'm doing all of this. Our outfit is going to be this guy here. There are a couple outfits for the nomads. They all look pretty good. We've got some of the half-worn ones. We've got a bit of a almost barbarian looking one here. Some sort of classic cloaks as well. They are, of course, the reason I went with Champion over Wizard King is because only the Champion gets access to these, and I just kind of like the look of it. Because more importantly, if the hats. You put on a hat, and suddenly this guy goes from a really mean-looking bug to just cutest little bug imaginable. Look how cute he looks. They're all just pretty much variations of cloaks. Some of them obviously have some clipping right now. This will potentially get worked out. It depends on how big and, you make your faces and stuff like that. But I love the look. I also really like this cowboy hat on them. Looks very, very funny. The nomad stuff with the cowboy hat from Throne of Bloods looks very good. But I really like this one with the little tiny braids coming down the sides. I think looks fun. There are a handful of capes as well. You can imagine that they are all variations of just dusty old capes. They all look pretty good, but the best one is this big fat backpack. Look at this guy. How can you not love the look of this guy? I want to do a little custom skin color that's going to look a little bit like this. We'll adjust this in a moment. I need my reference point first. For armor color, we're just going to go kind of with like a tarnished brown. The metal accent, I don't actually believe affects these guys. But look at this. Would you not die for this little guy? He's just the cutest. He's a Jawa, but bugs. Bug Jawa. That was pretty much the theme of this guy. That was what I wanted to go for. We're going to do the exact same thing with these dudes. Make them the exact same way with the long tail. They're big and chunky. Give them the dwarf body size so they look really funny. Give them the right skin color, which will make sense in a moment. The army color, we'll go with that tarnished brass. The skin decoration, same thing. We'll give them just that little coloration. But the army mount type, there are 2 new mounts. There are camels, which we're going to use in the next playthrough because they also work with chariots. And there are scorpions. And like the old playthrough that we did, oops, all spiders, I wanted to do a bit of a oops, all scorpions run because I realized, you know, this is basically how I decide what I'm going to play as, is I make a leader and then I build the entire everything around it. I just wanted guys who look like the scorpions. And it turns out if you take the little bug guys and you make them into little dwarves, they look like little tiny Jawa scorpions. And it's great. I love the look of them. They're quite little chonkers. This is the new race. Yeah. I think they're perfect. I would die for this guy. He is adorable in every way. We're going to try to kind of be... Well, we're playing as the scavenger nomads, not the conquerors. So I was like, can we play as good guys? You know, you know, roughly good guys. It depends, obviously, on who's in the universe. The only thing I didn't change here is actually the logo, which I believe under emblems, there is a new scorpion logo. So I was like, boom, done. We will be taking the new Book of the Sandstorm, Book of something Sands. And this will also give us like scorpion units and stuff like that. I think these guys look great. I'm really, really happy with them. They were an easy choice for me.
Begins.
Now, our character and our name and our titles and everything. The guys, we're going to call them the Jib Jubs. And our guy will be called E-Jub Jub. I was mostly just thinking of noises that Jawas make. And I did this last night at about midnight and laughed for about a half hour straight, just going, wee, jump, jump. Which I thought was exactly the noise that this guy would make. He does need a title, and we do need a Throne City name. So I will let chat make some choices, throw out some suggestions while we look at the other little bits and pieces. For ambition, I thought this guy being an explorer made the most sense. It would give him Farseer, giving him some extra vision. He's obviously going to go around looking for wonders. It sort of looks like he would be an explorer, so I thought that, you know, kind of that makes sense to me. For his personality, this one I actually did I always forget about this part. He's definitely not a warlord. I want to say he's probably a diplomat or a merchant. He's probably a merchant. Who am I kidding? A coin-savvy ruler who's willing to trade for the right price or who values matter and mind. I'm going to say he's a competitive merchant. He likes empires with strong economies and that trade, that don't like free cities, or that like free cities. He doesn't like people who break treaty. He likes trading, hard bargains, expansion, exploitation. That's totally him. That's him in a nutshell. I can do our tome path, so I will run us down the list here. Make sure I have everything right. We're going to take the Tome of the Roots, so that we have some poison damage to match our scorpion aesthetic. We are going to take the new Tome of the Sandstalkers, because obvious choice. Sandstalkers adds a bunch of new blind mechanics, so I thought alongside of that, we could take the Tome of Shades. Would give us Shades, which also get benefits from being blind. It just kind of feeds into each other. I figured there's not really a new major transformation, so Geomancy made a lot of sense for these guys if they're going to be sandy, if they're going to have that going on. And then we're going to take Vigor. No. Delete last one. Cycles for more decay damage, more poison damage. Again, fitting into that scorpion aesthetic. Then we're going to go Golden Realm because, of course, we're traveling merchants. We're going to go Tome of Tome of Prosperity because it's all about making that paper. And then last but not least, I figure probably Tome of the Creator. They're going to end up pretty even split at 8-8 between Materium and Nature, but they're not going to be going plants. Tome of the Creator gives them the bonuses for being elementals. It's a technical choice. So that's what we'll hit with. The Sandstalkers, Darude for the name of the city it definitely makes sense. There's no question about that. Title should be Jawa, Lisan El Guy Bug. Or the Sandcrawler. He could be Darude Jub Jub of the Sandcrawler. Vigor for the big scorpions might also be a good idea. I did think about that. I'm not throwing it out completely. I'm not sure that cycles is right, but I felt like they were less about summoning all the big stuff. Also, they get super growth from Vigor, which I can't tell if that's the right choice for them, you know? So let's go with Darude Jub of the Sandcrawler. Glory to Darude Jub, champion of our kind. He will bring a new age of prosperity to the Jubs of the Sandcrawler. Carapace beings who communicate through a combination of sound and subtle chemical odors. They are used to the scorching desert sun. They love to sneak around and find weak spots in their enemies' defenses. They have poisonous glands which they use to ward off attackers and ride on battle on impressive cavalry. To some, they are cowards. To themselves, survivors. They are prone to wandering, either to conquer the lands beyond the horizon or to extract potent essences from magical sources. They are legendary hunters, excelling in ranged combat and exploration, and believe everything must be reclaimed and reforged stronger. I think I'm very happy with this. We'll see how good those scorpions are. My guess is that they are very good, probably. Get ourselves a little screenshot of this. Boy, this handsome lad. He is just a perfect little angel as far as I am concerned. There are some really cool builds available now with the new stuff. Honestly, the new books I'm really excited for most of all is with a feudal playthrough, because the new Tome of the Warlord and that new starting tome, they just seem like they blend really well into a feudal path. So I'm pretty excited for some options. And I'm just also excited to see all this new Cataclysm stuff. I have not looked at this at all yet. I've looked at the new units in the encyclopedia. I've looked at the new books, but I have not gone in and played a game at all yet. So, welcome. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings. Expand your domain. Prepare to face your rivals and become master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. So we are the Jubs, insectoids with desert adaptation, sneaky, poisonous, mount masters, but we are cowards. We are nomad scavengers who are fabled for hunting and are good at reclaiming all of our resources around town. We start with empowering trophies, target friendly looted unit with scavenger, and it gets power. And we have disperse afflicting miasma from the Book of Alchemy. Echoes of the fracture devouring winds. The winds roar with hunger. This realm is affected by the devouring winds. They make casting world map spells dangerous, eventually culminating in a cataclysm. Casting a world map spell adds to the world map casting point cost to the cataclysm meter. When it's filled to 50% or more, provinces become marked for the next cataclysm. When it reaches the maximum, a cataclysm is triggered. The higher level of the meter, the more provinces will be marked and struck. It decreases by 10 per turn. For every level of the meter, all spells have a 10% chance of backfiring. That is on the world map and in combat. The Cataclysm will pillage provinces, create fractured infestations, terraform them to astral barons, which have all sorts of penalties for magic origin units. All spells permanently gain 10% chance of backfiring. We get a grievance against the Empire that triggered the Cataclysm, and the meter becomes reset, but the level increases by 1. The breeze siphons and redirects magic from everything it passes through. Should a great surge of magic flood it, the winds would wreak havoc, bringing dire consequences for spellcasters and the landscape of the realm. Casting map spells will build up the Cataclysm, but perhaps there is a way to mitigate it. Both wind and wanderers whisper the same tales, legends of a world-shattering calamity long past. These tales speak of places where devouring energies converge, lands that existed long before the fracturing. To the nomadic tribes of the Scars of Turag, they are forbidden territory, perilous places full of secrets best left undiscovered. Each fable tells of an artifact of immense power and arrogance, and a legend claiming that whoever unites these three will be able to heal the world or rule it. Whether you seek the origin or power of the fractures, or you will find what you covet in the fated regions. A lost soul. Ooh. That's a new map thing. All right, let's start off. I don't know that we need afflictors because we're actually going to have tier 2 archers. So I'm a little bit... I'm gonna start with mysterious tonics. There is so much we're going to have to relearn because the way that so many units have changed. We start with Dune Riders, who are special scouts who also count as ranged units. So they are slightly better, basically. I don't think we get anything special for our Scorpions. I think they just exist as mounts. We start with Striders. These are our tier 2 ranged units. They have Wind Stride, which allows them to basically teleport and gain critical strike. They also have Scavengers, so they can pick up looted stuff. We have Wind Warriors, our tier 1 units. Oh, I like these little shields. They have Windborne Rescue, so they can swap places and heal units. Kind of similar to the Prosperity Turtle guys. We've got Shield Wall. They also have Scavenger. And then we get our Looters, which are our tier 1 skirmishers. These guys will kind of be replaced by Shades as we move further up. They have a crossbow, and they have the ability to catch, so they can transfer looted power from this unit to another unit. They also have Slippery and Sneaky. Kind of the idea is that these guys are meant to go around, I guess, get the looted power and then send it back to someone like the Strider or, I don't know, I guess your hero as well is an option. So, Jawa Dune guys, great setup for this expansion theme. I'm very happy with it. I quite like it. Did not mean to merge them. That's okay. Let's have... Where are we on the map? That's the most important question. We are kind of in the bottom left. So... I'm going to move my scout. I'm going to fail to do that properly. I'm going to move my scout there. And then screw out my first movements. This is a great start. It's been a while. We have these new moving cities as well. Let's start with... let's start with the salvage shop. That seems like a very obvious choice. Food, production, and draft. Unlock stonemason. And also... What was the other part? And a loot armory? Nice. Oh, wow. I love these upgrades. We'll build another Dune Rider right off the top as well, just so we can get some more guys out here.
Nomad culture cities
the ghosts
passively
move.
overharvest resource nodes in their domain. Once this process is completed, the resource node is depleted, and the city gains an essence that grants income based on the node or magic material that was harvested.
Overharvesting can be accelerated using Imperium.
When the resource nodes in reach of a nomad city are depleted, the city may want to relocate. Nomad cities can pack up into a nomad city barge and move to a new location.
Scavengers, in particular, seek out ancient wonders to exploit wonder scavenging. Seek out locations near ancient wonders with plenty of resource nodes. All right. Well, where are there some wonders on the map that we can see? I see towers over here. That maybe is a wonder. That's a wonder. That's a tower. That is a wonder. Silver. That's a wonder. This is a faded region for, I think, necromancy. That's a gold wonder right there. I think this is one of the new wonders. Actually, that's called like a blighted tree or something like that. So I kind of want to say let's like schlorp up this back territory. So I'm going to move towards this tower with my scout to start. Right, and run right into a brigand camp. Ain't that just perfect? Meanwhile, a Pantheon Shrine and an NPC, the Warmongering Devotion, the Free City of Devotion. A curse on you this day, Jub. The Oath Warden spits out, I will destroy you and your Jubs. Well, that's kind of rude. Starborn Spellcasters, Initiates of Shadow. Empowered by Magic, Arcane Focus, Strife Oathsworn. Keepers of Knowledge and Gifted Caster. Wow, why do they hate me so much? Ruler origin, champion of the people. War. All right, just by happenstance, I guess. One really cool thing about this new update is they've changed the way that XP works. And so now you no longer have to just like farm fights constantly or feel like you're falling behind. You actually get XP every turn, and you get bonus XP if you're in settlements, especially if those settlements have walls. The bigger the walls you have, actually the better XP you get, which I think is pretty damn rockin' as far as an update goes. I do want to scout more, but I don't think I want to burn this cash that early, so. Faded for dragons, yeah. Oath of Strife bounds them to attack. That might be the case. I really want to check out this Lost Soul quest. But I also want to see this Faded region, so. I doubt fighting these guys is a great idea. They're a tier 2 town, so they're not like that strong. But I just like don't really have an army yet. I got an army enough for you though. Let's check out some of the changes. Movement is another thing that has been changed. Every unit has the same amount of movement on the map. But now combat movement is like a different stat. So they've changed this now so things have combat speed. So like 5 out of 5. These guys are 4 out of 4. They've actually like, they've changed combat a lot, which I'm very, very excited to dig into. Though I'm also horrified. Especially because I'm going up against a bunch of skirmishers here, so I don't really know what the hell my plan is going to be. Other than, like, not very good. That's a 6 range. That's a 4 range. So I took the Druid Staff instead of the Staff of Blight because it's literally just the Staff of Blight plus this ability, which let us apply 3 weaken to all of them and 4 strengthens to me. And then I think I'm just going to have to like shield wall right now, which I really don't love. That guy's not weakened, so he definitely takes the most priority for getting shot. All adjacent friendly units get +3 defense. These are all skirmishers. They've changed the whole way that like damage calculations work now too. So now all physical damage relies on defense stats, while magic damage is different. Oh, yeah. What's going on with our encoding right now? Why'd everything get all laggy? Always gotta be something, doesn't there? You can now make cute goblins? Yeah, absolutely you can. Sorry, just taking a quick look at our encoding settings on this side to see why this is being cranky on us. Oh my god, it's so laggy on this end. All right, I'm going to rip through this combat save, and then we'll take a little adjustment. It might just be a reset of the game. Just wailing on me here. Okay. You guys are crossbows, and you have always hits within a range of 1. It doesn't really feel like the best system. Trying to get some of that big flank damage down. I'm gonna just weaken them all there. Cool. So this is the new loot effect. Looted power. Did not mean to run in and do that, but you're weakened 5, 5, 5, 4. So this is the guy who's like not weakened in the back. Well, that worked out accidentally. Dude, I would love to know why this is giving me all the encoding garbage right now. Wow, that flank did a lot of damage. All right. Kill these little guys off. And let us be done with them. Let us be done with them. A bit of a sloppier fight, mostly just because I wanted to see... Yeah, now we're fine on this map. Maybe it was a... Man, maybe that was just like a visual effect on that fight. Sus. Super sus. Okay. Is what it is. We got a bit of production. If we got to, we'll turn some stuff down here. We're going to take hostile wild growth on this guy, because I figure if we're going to be a bunch of sort of sand-based guys, being able to create a bunch of barbed wild growth seems fun. As soon as you got into combat, you can see the interface lag. So there's probably just some sort of effect in there that's causing it to be a little cranky right now. Spent $18 to boost that. Give us a round of everything here. And I'd also spend some money to boost this. Storehouse needs the forester. Yeah, you know what? I guess because it's like... I'm going to go for the farm, because then we can start destroying this node. After 10 turns, we'll receive Essence of Gold, and this city will gain a permanent plus 10 gold. Cool. And we can go with a vendor over the storehouse, because the first building we had gave us a little food as well. And honestly, I think I'm going to set up a Wind Warrior next, because I'm feeling like we need a bit more front line, and I'm going to rush that scout. You're going that way. I need to move a hero or a ruler for those new quests. So that is guarded. Let's send you down here then. Down this nice little pathway. Oh, I really want to chase down that ghost. Pop into a cave and... maybe enchant region. There is definitely a den down here. Our other homie can... well, let's get an eye on that. And then, oh, actually, we'll go to this tower first. $200, $263. You guys are pretty beat up from that fight. And you have Conjure Animal, which means you're 200, but you're secretly a bit more than that. Ah, this is not actually a special region. What's very cool is you can actually build here too. Oh, I love this design. It just looks beautiful. A walled waterworks. Unlocks the restore action, which turns this ancient wonder into a hidden wellspring. Out of curiosity, what is the fight? The metallic sounds of tools and machinery. A siege workshop is being built here. Industrious mercenaries have dammed the hidden wellspring that originates here, diverting its endless water to power a manufactory of siege engines. The drained, dry lake bed is defenseless against the whims of harsh winds. Hazardous sandstorms whipped up by the raging winds sweep across the barren desert. A champion bellows commands at chained workers, whipping them with his skirmisher of provocation. Tier 3 whip and sword, it looks like, yeah. The damned wellspring allows the champion to produce vast quantities of war golems. Tier 3 magic fighters. Oh, these are the new, they're like infernal scorpions. 482. Sabotaged constructs. And creeping sandstorms. All right, 482 is not too bad. Obviously, we can't take it yet, but this is potentially one that we can get to before it gets too late. Then we got a derelict workshop down here, and there are just uninhabitable sands sort of all over the edge of this territory. And this is just another cool region. Honestly, they've done a really good job at just making... man, the maps just feel so much more alive. This good mountain pass here. This whole area. God, they've really improved on the map, Jen. Cool place for an outpost. Oh, yeah. Also, we have earth-shaped sand. So we can sand up any territory we want. I think the thing with an outpost, right, is that what we want is we want our city to move near wonders to absorb them. You have mana nodes. Mana nodes. We could potentially pop something down here. We could have like an underground outpost. We could have one underground, because we only get 2 cities right now. We could have one underground city and one above ground city. I kind of like the sounds of that. What Imperium upgrades are we going to get early on? Founding or absorbing cities is cheaper. Outposts are cheaper. That's one turn away. All right, let's not spend our Imperium right now. Materium and Nature give really good bonuses, so we'll get cheap outposts. We got Mysterious Tonic, Improvised Remedy. All friendly units with looted power heal and have their negative status effects improved. Or Enchanted Crow Companion. Honestly, because we need to discover stuff on the map, I'm going to take the Enchanted Crow Companion. And then I'm going to move you back. We're going to prep to fight these guys. I'll probably buy them now. Yeah, because they'll take a turn to get here. So we can fight them next turn with a bit of backup. And we'll probably grab 2 gold there. Let's boost that. I got that outpost, so we can boost this now as well. You're not ready for a council deck, but I tell you what, I will grab a forester so I can get that storehouse. All of our buildings take a lot longer. Nomads take like 50% additional population to build anything, so grab that mana and then just explore a little bit. Honestly, I do like this area. That's another big wonder down there, I think. Yeah, let's build a second city down here. And you guys pop in here. And we get a slightly better fight. Now, let's see whether or not this leg kicks in again. I'm going to guess a one-off. But let me know if it kicks up again. Could have been anything. The tent around your character picture? Yeah. So every time they put out a DLC, they put a new UI edition as well. Which is just a little thing that I love. Oh, these spiders got jump. These old spiders got jump. Which do make life difficult. I think we're going to be just a little extra aggro here. Ooh, maybe not. We have this hostile wild growth spell now. So we can summon a bunch of, you know, sandy burbs. Stick some bleeding on them. Make it so if they move through that, they're going to take a bunch of extra damage. And then honestly, I can just kind of spread my guys out so that they have a harder time landing any webs. You can pick up the magically charged here, so you do some extra damage as well. I'm gonna go here. These little scorpion homies are great. Really enjoying them. Summon alligator. Nice, yeah. So they're bleeding, they're poisoned, because... So this was kind of my plan, was like the idea being that they'd have to come in close to us, and then they'd have to hit us melee, get poisoned, take all that extra damage. Now they also get bleed stacks and stuff on top of them. If you go here, you get your flank. Don't quite wipe them out, but go here and that crocodile can't hit us. but we can sap their strength. And then Poison Bleach should take care of him. Yeah. I love this. Check this out. We attack you. Then we wind swap. He heals. We get to attack again. Fill him with some arrows. Now, are we going to do more damage doing Blight? Or will we do more damage with arrows? You do 14. You do 18. Let's do cooldown. Command. 18 damage. Well, shucks. Pick up that looted power. Finish him off. The one disadvantage of picking up the looted power is it does make it a bit tricky to time your movement. No harm in wind striding. Gives me the flank we need for that extra damage. Nemki, hello. And we get another little level up on our little bug homie. On our adorable little Jub Jub. Jub Jub. So I'm going to take Hostile Wild Growth for the Immobilize. And we're going to make our way back. Probably wipe out these doggies next so that we can also suck up that knowledge stash. I'm realizing, like, Pantheon Shrine, we got a mana node. You know, we're going to want to take this spot. Then I guess probably here, and we can get the two of those. See the Cataclysm meter up here as well. 605 out of 1,000. That builds up quick. Pavilion of Prophecies and the Free City of Rockguard. Let's give them a Whispering Stone, especially since we haven't given anyone a Whispering Stone yet. And I wouldn't mind making some friends, quite frankly. Provinces that struck by the next Cataclysm have become visible. Now, how do we know what those ones are? We meet Honorable Rockguard. Your reputation precedes you, wee Jub Jub. The face of the Oath Warden is strict, but there is sincere respect in her eyes. They are Jade Dragons, Oathsworn Harmony, Vigilante Knights, and Equipment Hoarders. These guys definitely we would get along with. And Masters of Anti-Magic. Yeah, I think they really fit our vibe. They're Materium. For certain, we'll make some friends with them. Now, is this a thing? Just a cave. Ah, that's a cave right next to Devotion. All right. Very good, sir. Getting spared this round of the Cataclysm? Boy, I sure hope so. I do not want to get Cataclysm this early. Back up the city. We got some money here. Let's boost that storehouse. Pick up the library next since it is boosted. And what are we looking at here? 1 turn on this. $45 on that. We'll take that. I'm going to put a quarry here. Mostly just for absorption. You're going to pop down here and discover the town of Hostile Star Trail. I did not expect to meet this many free cities on this map. Lupine Mystics, Underground Adaptation, Pack Tactics Ferocious, Mystic Summoners, with Transformation Aesthetics. This is the new one. Man, Followers of Nature. So they are kind of stuck down in this lower area. Unless they dig out those tunnels. Potentially good vassalization. You guys can just walk up that path. During a lengthy discussion on trade terms, you discover the exquisite Great Axe of Distraction mounted on the wall above the Oath Warden of Rock Highguard. I don't really want that. That's great, Great Axe. You must be very proud. We lose some Imperium, but we gain allegiance? Yeah, we'll take that, man. We're going to move in here. I'm going to grab that looter so that we can loot and scoot into these puppy dogs and see how we do. What's the point of moving cities? What's the benefit? Do they move with the improvements, or do you need to build them again after moving? Everything gets slurped up into the city, including special improvements. So you get to like replay special improvements after you land. But basically the thing is any nodes, so like iron nodes, mana nodes, gold mines, cherry blossoms, sheep, all that stuff gets broken down by nomad cities. So after 10 turns or X number of turns plus Imperium, you can slurp that stuff into your city and get a permanent bonus. So basically your city gets better and better as you move around. Magic Fighter units. Thank you, tutorial, for explaining the new unit type to us. This is a Magic Fighter unit, a frontline melee fighter that specializes in magic attacks. It is great at damaging units with high defense, like shield units. So this is the new unit type that they introduced, which is basically, because defense affects all melee and physical ranged attacks, and resistance is affecting all magic attacks, they needed to basically create a new way to bypass things like shield units, which they have done. We're just gonna get ourselves nice and into positions here. Let them come to us a little bit. We got the brambly bits. What's their range 4? Well, they're all immobilized there now. What's my range? 4. Well, that doesn't quite work for me, but it almost does. If he's immobilized, I might as well run in and shoot him. Because the other guys can't reach me yet. And I'm actually just going to swap with him for fun. Y'all the same problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That's fine. You can just move up and wait. Because I have him immobilized here, I can also hit him with the afflicting miasma. They can't move, which means they're all going to get another stack of that weekend as well before that wears off. Bum, 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 bum. And then I can kind of just like set up on the outsides here. In fact, I can also hit them with a triple weekend, so now they all hit 5 times weekend, so they're not even going to do a lot of damage to us, which is good. Yeah, well, let's command you, seeing as I can't move. Yeah. Why not? Unsurprising they go for that burn. You'll bleed to death. Picks up the looted power en route. Huge flank. Another solid flank. I'll give him a tippy tap of love. I'm just going to teleport with you so you get like all of your movement. You're poisoned, you're not. No problem. Bit of looted power. Boom. I like these crossbow guys because it actually kind of looks like they're shooting the crossbows from the tail of the scorpion. Mac, welcome back. Act like Tyranids absorbing everything into the swarm. Yeah, they if you play as the Conquerors, they absolutely have that mechanic. Chosen Destroyer with the culture is very intriguing. I 100% agree. I wanted to play... I kind of wanted to try playing as the good guys on the first run because it does seem like a lot of people are playing some variant of Chosen Destroyers. Which I cannot blame them for. One other cool thing, and this is kind of one of the reasons I wanted to pick the Tome of Alchemy, is that every time you absorb a magic material, you permanently get it into the city. So I thought getting something like a material refinery would actually be extremely, extremely good. You have that available. We can get it next turn. A city ruins. Dude, that could not be any better for me. Now I don't even need to bring my army down here. I just need 100 Imperium. Does that affect city ruins? Takes -2 turns, gets +1 pop. Okay. So I don't need to bring my army down here. I can literally just make an underground city now. Can you chase down that ghost? And can you... Great question. I think I'm going to have you go this way. Nice. The ghost actually moved into range for us. So let's see this new event. Nuptial Demise. Wedding ring forged. A ghost manifests in front of you, its gaze drenched in tears that never fall, imploring for help. Your presence calls to me. You can aid me. I fade. I am coming undone. I don't want to leave, not now that I can be with my beloved. We spent a lifetime trying to reach one another, but we only met in death. Please bind us. Bind our souls in our wedding rings, so that we may always be together. Yeah, I'll do this mystery quest. Oh. Cool. +3 status resistance, +2 spirit protection. I need some binding essence. I have 20 turns to get it. Oh, I really like that as a custom new quest. So we're going to move up that way. Cataclysm has struck. I have no idea where. We are going to take both of these. Let's do the Enchanted Crow Companion first. Because I don't really have any support units right now anyway. I'm going to pick up you. You're going to pick up 2 quarries. I'm going to let you pick up an Arcane Institute. Why not? It's boosted. Why is that so sparkly? Do you think? Do you think it's because there's something good in there? Is diggable dirt always sparkly now? This one wasn't. Sparkly. Oh, there's definitely something good in there. So there's an angelic envoy here. We might as well do this one. Sparkly when in view range. Okay, all right. Neighbors coming closer. Their city's moving closer. I mean, I guess as is ours. Double necromancers and a bone wyvern. Well, shucks. I think we just gotta eat the first hit here. In theory, going into warding mode is going to be good here because the +3 resistance will actually like defend against their damage being magic damage. All right, that definitely could have been a lot worse. Let's pin those two. And you guys are facing backwards? I do not understand the direction those guys are facing. No, they're not facing backwards. Something weird's going on with those arrows right now. Let's have you wail on them. You're also going to wail on them. We're definitely going to go for the necromancers first. Ow. Really walked into that flank, didn't I? You do 22. You do 12. 18 versus 16. All right, well. No, you don't want to give it to me. Okay, I understand. Oof. I don't mind taking the bleeding there because it's not actually going to be affected. When you approach the angel's body, a soul rises from it. Its voice, warm as sunshine, says, "Well met, wayfarer, but you see at your feet is my body, which could not bear the hardships of my imprisonment. But now, my eternal soul is free. Your actions have brought peace to this unfortunate angel. Allow me to bestow upon you a parting gift. Will you uplift the glory of Darudi Jub? Getting an immediate pact of cooperation with them. And devotion getting allegiance with us, which I think would bring them out of war. Heal my army and get 10 alignment. Get a lesser light spirit with the grateful trait. Or siphon what remains of his light. I'm going to do this to see if it brings devotion out of war with us. It did not. Though I could make peace with them. I can also make peace with them. It's not that expensive. Let us think on it. You got a pact to co-op with these guys. Now, a silver tongue fruit would get me up there even faster. Man, a rainbow clover would also be helpful for that. But I think mostly if I just do that, then I'm going to get the other ones anyway. Enchanted Crow Companion, 20% chance of backfiring. Okay. You're at level 2. Man, that's already climbing. VM, hello, how you doing, dude? A sealed archive. Some haste berries. Secret units. I'm gonna have to beat them up. I guess the first battle we fought must have just been doing like a shader cache thing or something. Now, you guys have poisonous spores, which are not the funnest. And you actually got really good range on them. What does adding looting power do? Support abilities heal 20% temporary HP. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to move you up. I'm going to put you into low foliage and then swap with him. These are currently not very good plans. Of course, my big cavalry can't really hide well, right? Hi, Mona. This is a cooldown at 2. So I might as well just take another shot with you. I could weaken them again, but I'm also like, we probably shouldn't cast spells due to the Cataclysm. Oh, what do you think, Moni? You think we can beat up all these plants? You think E-Jub is just the cutest little bug? The kind of bug you'd like to eat? Or the kind of bug you'd like to give a kiss to? Mwah. You want to like sit in one hand? How do you feel about that? No? All right. I didn't think you'd be down with it, but I had to try. That's a flank, so let's take it. Meow, 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 meow. You got looted power, which gave you a pretty good bonus there. Ah, because we're poisonous, also, we are immune to being poisoned. Which honestly was something I forgot about. I know that 45 is really, really bad, but I wanted to take it. This is gonna be a bit bloody, I think. We shouldn't lose anybody, but we are gonna take a bit of a knocking. Missed. Guys, come on. For the love of jabronis. All right. They're too slippery. I can't just hit them normally. All right, their morale is down though. I guess these plant guys don't really ever have a way to be flanked, so it's a little unfortunate. Do the old swipso swapso. I give this guy another turn. Shoot. I should have teleported him instead there. I could have gotten 3 shots off. For example, teleport, 3 shots. And that way a critical hit as well, because you get the fortune bonus. Okay. find one of the faded regions to explore as well. So probably a good idea to get rid of this brigand camp, because that would give us, we have reclaimer, so we'd get the stuff we need to make that wedding ring, or at least some of the stuff we'd need for the wedding ring. Okay, and we could pop out there with them. So we'll keep going that way. You're working on an arcane institute. I have another hero available. Belt the Butcher. Majinji the Mender. Personally slay a ruler or a hero in combat as a warlock. Warlock was actually the other class I was thinking about going for this character. So I think let's actually take Majinji the Mender here. I do need to adjust your appearance. Why is your skin this color? That's better. But also, like, put a cute hat on. At the very least. Wear yourself a cute hat, you know? Now, I'm only making 70, so I don't really want a lot of extra troops coming out here. But we could put some. See how we do. Marinero, what's up, dude? What's this faction beside Nomad Scavengers? We're also adorable little Jawa people. We've got that going on for us. Those are definitely the main things. Oh man, I thought that fancy stalactite would be something, but it ain't. So I actually got to move that guy back to the city ruins, and we can start our underground city here. 30 points. Yeah, I'll take that. Now, 2 foresters. A loot armory is 2 quarries. We have 1. If I want that mana, I got to go out this way. So let's grab a quarry here. We'll grab another loot armory. Oh, we could get the council deck, though. Let's get the loot armory first. And then we'll grab the council deck. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a Godir, but are you ready to face the likes of me? Says Banrion Sigyath Sky Shatter of the Gale Toads. Yeah, you guys look pretty evil. I don't think we're gonna get along. Also, where are you that you just spotted me? Swamp adaptation. You know what? I think we'll take an auto here and see what happens. Yeah. Slippy boots. And, oh, we're just short. I need 6 more. That's a silver spawner. That's a silver spawner with armies of 500. I think let's go for this great bird nest. And we got another level up here on Ejub. This is what I wanted. Hostile wild growth now has a 90% chance of inflicting distracting, which means every shot is a flank shot on immobilized creatures. Very, very good. We're also going to take Initiative Nature so that you can do some poison damage and some blight damage, because that's kind of your jam right now. And, oh, Devotion is sending a war party. Okay. So we're going to have to deal with that first. Singlaith is on the side of the Necromancer. Giant Kings of Yore did nothing wrong. He's got a bit of that energy happening for sure. How big is this? 330. I mean, we do have walls, but there's our material refinery. Negative status effects dispelled and status protection. I do feel like an anti-magic tincture here could be really useful. We're going to try this. 20% chance of backfire. Nice. We don't have support units yet, but we're going to get them pretty soon. In fact, let's hurry that along. And I'm going to queue up a shrine. Yeah, we'll move back and deal with these guys. Ah, okay. Marked for Cataclysm. So now we can see what that looks like. Go down here. I'll try to get this tower next. You're going to come back to these city ruins and hopefully build us a city in a turn. And you've actually given me a bounty to destroy this infestation, which I wanted to do anyway. So I'm going to take that and I'll see what I can do about it. Another hero is leveled up. Genie the Mender. So this guy, I want to take that curse ability. I also want transfer life and reclaiming attack. We're going to go with the Blood Pact first. He's kind of going to be like a positive warlock, which is maybe a weird choice, but we'll see how it works out. I might as well give you Slippy Boots, so that way you don't get killed in a battle. You've made your Wind Warrior, which can get added to this fight. A free Staff of Decay? Don't mind if I do. 20 versus 24. Bleeding and Decay with Blight Strikes. But you'd lose Sap Strength. Honestly, I think I'm just going to put that on you instead of that Staff of Lightning. This Mushroom Staff is very fitting for you. Doubly so if he's a Warlock. One more turn on that City Ruin. And we're just going to punk these guys. I got a feeling... Yeah. Let's fight it manually. Positive Warlock, you can do it. Don't let death get you down. I got your back. Reanimate you as often as needed. It's real For Your Eternity vibe right there. So what do we have? A Seal Bearer, a Snow Spirit, and this guy is a Whip Mommy with Critical Skirmisher. Ipso Switcho. That's a fun way to get 20 HP on all your guys. Any damage dealt to the caster is reduced by 50%. The caster gains 20% damage. Let's do that. Blood Pact. Little Seal of Fire. Oh, they are wailing on that dude. I'm going to go with sap strength. I feel like I'm having weird choices here. Not even getting the Berserker Rage. Good grief. Yes, you guys are going to do a lot of damage here. That would trigger your Berserker's Rage. So I'm going to do that so that you have Steadfast now. And I'm actually going to do that just to give you a heal. %20 chance of backfiring. I don't know. I guess I don't need to cast that spell. Forcing them to split their damage up a little bit right now, which was the goal here. You were taunted, so you triggered him. Heroes down. Nice. Let's shoot these guys. Big flank. Shoot them again. Big flank. Okay. Oh. So close. Morale very low. Dies from poison. Okay. That's a bit better. A Mask of Hyper Awareness, 10% accuracy, 5 HP. I mean, why not? Yeah, we get to heal up now in our own territory, which is fantastic. We capture a guy. I could grant you freedom, Fei Song Hilt Strike, and perhaps end my war with devotion. Not clear if I want to do that yet. Reabsorb. Dismantle this province improvement to place one somewhere else. This will remove ownership of this province, but does not cause you to lose population. Oh. That feels new. Norath, hello. How goes the Nomad? So far, so good. We're really just getting started. All right, I am going to build one looter. I know our economy cannot actually handle it at the moment, but I am stubborn. Our ruler levels up, doing nothing. Debuff abilities inflict life seeded for 3 turns. Yes. New empire development skill. City structures are 20% cheaper. But I want to Goodness gracious, what was that? Cataclysm? Oh, it does require a hero to rebuild the city. I didn't realize. Stupid. Fractured infestation. Temporary scar inhabited by mana-starved creatures which spread astral barons in their territory. If left unchecked, they will grow in strength, expand their territory, and send out an invasion army. Astral barons. Magic origin units do not regenerate HP. World map and combat maps have a 20% chance of backfiring. No mana income. Resource nodes become ruined. Ruined nodes cannot be restored. Terrain cannot be altered. All right. Well, I still want to take out this Great Bird Nest and potentially that Sealed Archive. So why don't I move both of these homies over this way? One can go down below. I really should have let you heal for another turn, but I'm a stubborn old goose. Pick that up off a rock guard. I'm going to boost that. We already have the shrine queued up, so now we have tier 2. So now we can build Striders and Dust Weavers, which do Blinding Blast, Chance of Blind. Obviously, that's going to work really well once we have Shades. Disturbing Wind removes the target loot marker and grants a friendly unit within 4 hexes loot and 15 temporary HP. Nice, so it's like a long-range loot. Recovering Wind Pull heals a target unit for 20 HP, loses all negative status effects, and teleports them to an adjacent space. We also have the Tonics, and they have Scavenger. Oh, they're going to be fantastic. We have the Striders, and then at tier 3 we get Collectors, who have these sick halberd shovels. They can plow through units, pushing them back. They can also dig up corpses to gain looted power. Charge resistance, first strike. All very juicy. We pick up the anti-magic tincture and tier 2 book, which we said we were going to get the Tome of Roots, I believe was correct. Yeah. Mostly just because I want blight damage. That's all the reason.
To unravel the secrets of nature, you must be of one mind with the trees and their spreading roots. Become rooted yourself. Feel the healing force replenishing you from below, and seal away those who could cut you down in a cage of entangling vines.
Healing Roots is not bad either. I'm going to lock in Blight Blades, though, and take Poison Arrows. Clearing an infestation grants your unit based on the infestation. Does not work on fractured infestations. I might as well get this. Seeing as we're not building that thing right away. Great Bird Nest. 405 with a 460. I'm going to split up here. Just a smidge. And I guess I might as well have you come see what's on the other side of that cave. You're another looter. You can come join these guys. No more spending money. We have a pact of loyalty now. Shares its vision. Nice. Oh, another spooky ghost is down here. This guy's going to move up to that city ruins. And you guys are going to take out this. Sold. +1 XP for all of our dudes. We have a couple at champion right now, getting exalted defense. Soon to be legends. Prophetic Observatory, nice. Aha, here's Singath. And this looks like another faction right here. Back to Age of Wonders. Oh, aren't we always? Aren't we always deep down? Cool. Fractured Transformation. There is a secret new transformation in this pack. How do you get this? Has all other enchantments and transformations disabled. For each disabled transformation, gain 5 HP and 5% damage. I want this transformation. Why is this not available? These guys are cool as hell. All the fractured animals. How do I get this secret? Is it only through the Cataclysm that you can do it? You know, because of the sap strength ability, we're actually using command quite a lot. Now, I wasn't originally intending to take a second command, but I could take coordinated. And now I'd get like 2 extra abilities per turn. I guess I'm not going to keep sap strength forever, though. And none of these other abilities are leave one spot. Think it's available somehow based on things we've seen online, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there must be. It's probably through the Cataclysm stuff. If I was a guessing man. Let's grab Restore. Just for right now. Give us an extra heal. You are upset that I made friends with Rockguard. Well, I care ye not. Herbalist Scavenging Camp. Counts as a mine. Bonuses for each adjacent node. You can see here the gold vein. So this is our special nomad thing. We've ruined the gold vein. So it would cost us 460 mana to turn that gold vein back on. Which, you know, we're not going to do. Forests and swamps get bonuses from the herbalist. Counts as a mine. If I got this spot, I could put a scavenging camp there, but that's going to be broken in like a turn. I'm actually wondering about packing up already and just like moving a little bit over here. And to be honest, I think I am going to do that next turn. Let's build a wizard's tower for now. And then we'll see how the pack up goes. Surprised to see you play Age of Wonders, not Slay the Spire. Are you uninterested in it? Well, I just, you know, Age of Wonders is kind of like the title I'm the most known for. And I'm not super interested in Slay the Spire 2. I played a lot of Slay the Spire 1, and I honestly, my main opinion of that is I've just played so many Slay the Spire likes since that came out that I'm really burned on that whole genre. So I'm ruined. I've got myself and my people into debt. 159 gold. Buddy. You're lucky I have that money. Puff the Magic Dragon. We'd probably get along, but I don't have any money. Even though I didn't have that money, he accepted it. What a rube. You have hasteberries. Puff is quite possibly a character we could make a permanent alliance with. Oh, there's a fractured infestation down here as well. Oh, well, this is where Puff is. Good noted. And this is where you are. All right, okay. We're learning. What else is over here? Rainbow clover, gold vein, mana node, archive. I gotta prep to destroy this bird's nest, which is not an easy fight because there's another big army in there. And I am technically wounded right now. Technically wounded. The worst kind of wounded. If I see another branching map path, so help me. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't have any of those wonders. Maybe I should just move over here first. At least that way my city would be defended. You need like a second forester. Okay, it takes a turn to do that. I wonder, did that cancel my wizard tower? I think it did. Neat. Look at my boat. My city boat. $470 in that army. High risk battle. Oh, that's an oasis as well down here. An occupied oasis? Secret occupied. We'll take that. The Golden Guard 64s, forged by Muggart Smogabog. That's very funny. That's the first time I've ever gotten an item that I've made in the past. What a joy. I do want you to get that curse before anything else. You've unlocked farms, grant extra food, road building, expanded coverage. Well, hold on here. Yeah, you don't need to go through that. But I want you to rebuild the city here. You guys can join them. This guy, I guess, can just start scouting up north. Uh-oh. Devotion sent a... So if they actually attack this right now, I will just instantly lose the game. Or instantly lose my city, at least. What difficulty we're playing on? Brutal. The only way we know how. So there is a gold vein there. I think I'm more interested in those. I think I'm probably gonna connect there. That is a pretty risky battle. You're gonna Cataclysm. I gotta get rid of this, and I gotta get rid of it soon. All right, we're gonna do some things. We're gonna do some things. I'm gonna have you keep going up that way to discover what's going on. You guys have 280. Is that enough to take any of these fights, do you think? 270, 270. What is this? Are you serious? You're making an outpost down here? You absolute piece of trash. How dare he? How double doggy dare he? How do you make a house? Ah. Unpack City. I need to take the attack here, but they're making it a little complicated for me. Banner mound. Sepulchre of steel. The Sea of Cloth has been founded. I'm going to build a forester right there so I can build a storehouse. And then I'm going to rush a second building. And I'm going to build a second forester right there. And then you can get lost. Oh my god. And he cleared out that gold mine. How rude is this guy? How rude can you possibly be? I'm down here trying to live underground like a couple of good bugs should. This guy poking his nose in where he didn't belong. Is there any point for moving? Yes. It's the only way to like absorb territory and absorb essences. What does this guy say? The chairman of the Jib Jub Council approaches. May I speak openly? You are always one of us common people, but now you have ascended. You are far above us, and we fear you will become like the Wizard Kings. Lose city stability. Lose gold. Become evil. Lose knowledge, but not very much. 6 turns of 14. So it's like lose 1 turn of knowledge. I'll actually take that. So you need... Basically, your cities will go around and they absorb these special nodes. And so you need to be able to do that in order to keep growing your city. Damn it, man. He just killed all the nodes that I was actually capable of destroying. 208. Oh, and they changed the way movement works, so you can't do that extra bonus. I can't believe this, dude. What an absolute chud. Alright. Good news is we can take this. The sandcrawler is back down. So... we're going to take a forester. We're going to build a farm here, which will absorb that oasis. I do want to get these hasteberries. But that might not be immediately. I'm going to build a quarry here in this infested province. And then... I'm going to build another quarry here. This will allow me to absorb that gold mine. We're going to attack the Great Bird Nest. Right now. I figured. New updates out. Is there any new story realm? There's no story realm, but there's 2 challenge realms. One of which we're playing right now. Wind Rager, that Thunderbird. Yeah. See, he's got Thunderclap. And I do not want to get my cheeks thunderclapped if I can avoid it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm saying? Well, obviously I'm going to do that. So, our special growths here, now they cause bleeding, they cause immobilized, they cause life-seeded as well. So if they die, it heals people. But most importantly is that they also cause distracted. So that all of my shots, no matter where I shoot them from, count as flanking. That is a Strider. That's not who I meant to move. 5%. Sheesh. I'd like you to go there, but I'd like you to do it with way more movement than that. Do you have enough to kill them? Oh, that's a gamble. Paid off. I was going to say, if that missed, then they were going to get a massive lightning strike on all of my guys here. I don't think I'm going to cast any other spells. You're the other big dog. Probably would be smart to get rid of that Wind Rager, but... You have flanking, which I'm going to let you take. And then I'm actually going to command you and let you do that again. Because that way both of these guys can focus on him. right? Not too bad. Now, you have a beautiful flank on him, who's life-seated, so he'll heal us. And you can kill him. This guy looks like he's facing backwards, even though I am basically certain he's not. We're going to miss and shoot our own guys a bunch of times. I can't say that's the best strategy I've ever had, but it is apparently the strategy I'm going to go with. Okay. You're very low. You're also poisoned. You're also bleeding. You're also dead. Jump, jump. Boom. We get a shielding protector, a carrion bird, shielding greaves. We got 306 binding essence. Whew, buddy. We also get 200 mana for completing that bounty. We can now go into our blueprints and build this wedding ring for that spooky ghost. So we're going to complete that quest and get something else. You have enough movement to get back here. And I got a... Cool. Combat trained. That's a new ability. Come hang out with me. You're now going to absorb this location as well, because if I can get rainbow clover, that will also give me permanent rainbow clover. 480, 80, you're 475, so that should be okay. There's a tower here. Let's grab that. Yeah, unfortunately, that wizard's tower, which was only going to take one more turn, did get canceled. And now we have many more turns. Well, that's a bummer. Well, guess we'll just have to rebuild it. 30% chance of poison arrows backfiring. It is going to use up literally all of my mana. Success. These essences are getting so bound. I'm very excited to start pulling in things like these magic materials, because we do have the material refinery that we can start building. We have hasteberries here as well. So this should give us like plus $10, plus 10 gold. And then we can just keep moving the city around and eating up more and more of that. Yeah, they are going to come straight for me. Surprise, surprise. I actually don't have to fight it, though. Somehow we fluked into that, just killing them easy. And I tell you what, this fleeting fractured butthole is actually not too bad to break. 332. And we're already healed up, so... Combat enchantment. Combat casting spells have a 20% chance of backfiring. Several astral fractal obstacles which are draining and duplicate whenever a combat spell is cast. You know what? I'd like to actually just see this map more than anything else, so... Cool. So these are the astral barons. Creeping. Whenever a combat spell is cast, this obstacle duplicates itself into an adjacent position. Passing through or ending this turn suffers disrupted. If that unit also has magic origin, it suffers decaying. Wombo combo. Everybody else. Shield wall. no problemo. Start letting them get some nice early kills. I just want to stack damage on him more than anything. I ain't gonna cast no spells in this fight. Because I'm no fool. Well, no, I'm a pretty big fool, but... seems like probably not the best idea. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Get rid of him. Oh, cool. I walked through that thing and my poison arrows got disrupted. You can actually go and pick up looted power. No shot. You get countered. You can't do anything because you're in melee combat. And then we finish them off. All right. We pick up a a tier 4 sword? Okay. That's certainly better than I anticipated. I could restore this mana node. It's not the worst idea. It's like 420 mana to restore it. It's going to give me a permanent plus 10 mana. So it's going to take 42 turns to get back. You know, why the hell not? We're here absorbing everything else. Might as well take advantage of what we can. Where are you going, homie? You're, I guess, looking for expansions of this. Your ruler has leveled up. Reclamation attacks. Restore gets another 50 HP. Or, well, an extra 20 HP to 50. I think I'm going to go reclaiming attacks because then army leaders can get swift, which is really nice. Especially on this skirmishy army. Star Trail has sent a war party. From down here. We have Silver Tongue and Rainbow Clover. This guy is trespassing in my domain. Yeah. Kind of thinking about giving him a warning. Or like a denouncement. Yeah. 692. Oh, yeah, okay. He is dangerous. Nomadic Alchemy does sound powerful, yeah. Backfiring? No, so backfiring is like a Cataclysm special. So on maps that have these fractured events occur, there is a natural backfire chance. Which, to give you the thing, spells can have a chance of backfiring. When a spell can backfire, the chance is displayed in the casting menu, blah, 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 blah. The spell is resolved as normal. When a spell does backfire, its original effects are still resolved, but additional effects are added to the spell. The effects are random and usually affect the targets of the original spell. For example, when a healing spell backfires, it could have the additional effect of teleporting the unit that was healed up to 3 hexes away from its location. So it's just adding another extra bit of spice into the game. Man, Puff the Magic Dragon, you got yourself a little empire up here. Honestly, yeah. A declaration of friendship. And a wizard's bond. And we have all of Rockguard's resources now as well. We've properly vassalized them. These guys feel like we should be friends with them. Nobody's going to find them for a long time, though. You guys feel like you should be destroyed, but also you're meant to be good. You're keepers of knowledge and gifted casters. What I'm wondering is, like, because I have one vassal now, should I perhaps make peace? Chuck my Whispering Stone on these guys. It's not a bad idea. He has declared a friendship with me. That's interesting. Puff has also declared a friendship with me. We're now neutral with these homies. My next goal here is these haste berries. Don't think we need to be building anything else there right now. Ambitious dreams. Our wedding ring is created. As the soul is embedded into the ring, a flare of spectral light erupts. A second spirit manifests in its shine. What have you done? Where is it? With a glance at the wedding ring, he understands. Oh, my dear, sweet dear, what have you done? You were the last tether that held me here. I yearn to depart together, whatever the journey takes us. Before almost fading, the soul cries, I do not want to be alone again. You have but a brief moment before the soul of the consort is lost forever. Break the ring, allowing for both of them to pass, or bind the souls to the ring and get a wedding ring. I don't really need the wedding ring. I feel bad trapping those souls, you know? Achievement! Complete a lost soul quest. There's another one down here somewhere. In the early hours of the morning, you find your hero waiting outside. I had a vision in my dreams last night. There was a raider revered by the masses. Next to her, a shepherd. But I am but a duelist. No, you're going to stay a duelist. You are trespassing me again. This is a bit worrisome. Because if that expands, I think it will destroy my territory. Also, you just took that other fight that I wanted. Grumble, rumble, grumble, grumble. I don't love this guy right now. In fact, I would say he's kind of annoying me. Let's grab a stone mason to get our production up. These guys are clearly coming for revenge. 530. 460. 480. Did I miscalculate that? lose this person. I would like our special juice. So gremlins are also now magic strike, which is actually not great for me. I'm stoked on that because I always felt like gremlins needed some love, just in terms of like being a unit. I am going to debuff them. Every 2 turns, they all get Rally and Fortune. Ew. It would be a shame if someone trapped them in a bunch of hostile wild growth. Oh, they all have that stupid teleport ability. All right. Gremlins are definitely more risky than the others, so... $45, $90, $90. This one gets flanking, so I'm going to take that on you. You could kill him, but then... like, you're kind of in the open. I guess you could move up and finish him. Trigger the life seed effect. %30 chance of... let's cast a spell. Alright, well. Wasn't that exciting. Just kind of hoping for a backfire at 30%. You know what? They might just kill that bird anyway, no matter what I do here. Thankfully, crossbows are like pretty good for dealing with these guys. Let's swap with you. Yeah, I think that bird might just die, period. But let's have you kill them. Then shoot him. I was kind of hoping he might teleport on this dude closer, but do these last forever or do they eventually go away? I cannot remember. I think they last forever. Yeah, he's for sure dead unless I get a heal on him, which I guess I could do. Why bring all these heals if I'm not going to use them? 30%. 30%. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to take some bleeds. Just the way it is. Doing surprisingly less damage than I would have thought in this fight. Ouch. Alright. You can die. So, if that's the case, let's throw my looted power over to him. Because I don't need it on him anymore. Then you can teleport up here. You have a flank on him. I'm going to let you come up here, hit him, trigger that. Then you can double shot him. You're going to get both those loots. And then just turn around, I guess. Yeah. Oh, crossbow shot from downtown. Nice. Little scorpion blasters. We get an executioner, tier 3 charge strike. We definitely got to get some melee heroes up and running pretty soon. And now we're going to start absorbing the rainbow clover, which will give us 10 food, 10 city stability, and permanent rainbow clover, which is going to be nutso for crafting. At this point, I'm also going to just move you guys into town. And I'd like to start making a dust weaver. Picking up natural recovery would be nice, getting an extra 15 HP in friendly domain. Especially considering we kind of move with the sand crawler. You're stoked that I like free cities, which I love. Rockguard is willing to make me vow keepers and seal bearers. Poison seal bearers too, which is fitting for us. Honestly, these guys kind of fit our empire. They fit our empire kind of really well. They have Draconic Vitality. They have fast recuperation as well. So they recuperate 15 HP per turn on the world map. They heal 20% in combat. Attacking this unit deals extra blight damage. Wow, man. 5 combat speed, fast recoup. Inner Mastery, Draconic Vitality, Keeper's Puff. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Jade Dragons, that's right. Oh, but they're coming from Rockguard. Vow of Purification, Vow of Healing. You also have Distribute. Man, you guys like strip off negative status effects with Distributonic. Same sort of deal with you guys. You're not bad. But we actually don't have access to Battle Mage units. So I'm probably going to get those seal bearers as time goes on. Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't really do much down here right now, but when you wait in a city... I have enough to boost that. I'm going to boost it. When you wait in a city, especially with walls, you actually gain extra experience per turn now. So having this guy sit here and just defend the city is not the worst choice. Now, there's no walls at the moment, but, okay, eventually there will be. Honestly, I don't think we need to explore up here because it seems like we're just going to get map hacks with him pretty soon. So I'm not going to panic too much. I'm going to let our stuff just rock our way through. But I tell you what, we're on turn 24, going into turn 25, which seems like the perfect place for us to cut our first video today. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we'll see you all back here in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.